Right now we're expecting another significant winter weather event starting sometime late tonight. Expect to start as rain, then change over to freezing rain or sleet, and after that snow. We have had a winter storm watch in effect. We're going to upgrade it and push it back 6 hours. The new winter storm watch is going to begin tomorrow at 12Z, which is roughly 7 a.m.
It's not yet a warning, winter storm warning?
It's going to be a winter storm warning.
Okay.
And it was a watch. A watch means conditions are prevalent for something to happen, and warning means it's more likely that it will happen. So they've upgraded from a watch to warning, but they've also pushed back the time to tomorrow morning. It may start lightly sometime overnight, sometime after midnight we may start picking up some winter precipitation, but as far as when it becomes significant, they believe the accumulations are going to be after 7 in the morning.
But it should really pick up steam in the morning, you're saying? That's the snow?
And it's a difficult time because this is the time of day when people are going to work or kids are going to school. So,
yeah. How bad will it get tomorrow? What should we expect on the ground?
At this point, we're expecting significant accumulations of ice and snow. Depending on which county you're in, it will determine how much, which of one you'll get. Usually, a winter storm warning is more than a 1/4 inch of ice or 4 inches of snow. So at this time, we're expecting significant winter weather.
And you guys haven't pinpointed the total accumulation of snow?
They're working on that right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was all 100 miles or even 50 miles will make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Usually in our snowstorms, you'll have a snow streak. It'll go from southwest to northeast, and if you're in that streak, you may have 4 to 8 inches, and if you're 30 miles out of it, you'll have a flurry. So it's a small band.
Michael told me earlier today that the heavier snowfall expectations are along and north of the interstate. Is it still holding?
At this time, they do think it'll start over southeast New Mexico and spread east through the overnight hours across the Permian Basin. So it looks like the south of I-20 at this time they're going to have more of a rain mix. So north of I-20 is looking better.
So are you saying though that Midland Odessa could go either way?
It could go, and the forecasters right now are working on that, trying to make the final determinant. But Midland and Odessa are in the winter storm warning for tomorrow.
Okay.
There's further, the far south counties, Brewster and Terrell are more on the edge.
Okay. So we will get some wintry preset.
And then the probability is high. There's always things that can go wrong, specifically with winter weather, but considering what we've had the last few days and the cold air mass is still in place, all we need is enough moisture, some cooler temperatures are lost, and we will have winter weather.
Best estimate and worst scenario in Midland, Odessa, what's the largest amount of accumulation? I mean, are we talking a record snow accumulation at all?
I wouldn't expect it. I haven't heard anybody mention record accumulations, and at this point I have not heard of the actual accumulation they're putting in the forecast for tonight. The record snowfall here happened in December of 1999 and was nearly 10 inches. It was a very wet snow that melted quickly.
Okay.
It does. Grocery stores and video stores usually have a run when you put snow in the forecast. Main concerns will be those people traveling. When you're inside the house, it's pretty nice to look out and see the snow. When you're trying to get to work, or if you're trying to get across the state or something, then you're going to have to make more significant decisions on whether or not you want to go, do you have to go, and if you go, I would definitely take blankets, some water, some food, just in case you were stranded on I-20. People have been known to be there for a day or two in real bad conditions.
Earlier, there was a suggestion and a concern that sleet and freezing rain accumulation might result in some downed power lines. Is that still a concern in this model?
It's always a problem, a possibility when you have freezing rain. Sleet is not as bad. freezing rain is the worst winter weather for its impact, because the freezing rain is warm rain that falls and lands on a below freezing surface. So as soon as it hits, instantly it's freezing to bridges, power lines. I think last event out in Tyler, they had a radio tower that fell due to ice accumulations. So that's always something to be worried for. Snow is actually much easier to drive on than cause the icing of bridges and everything. But freezing rain does.
When will the roads begin to deteriorate conditions? I mean, the city streets.
I would think they're marginal right now.
Okay.
When I came this morning, I think they warmed above freezing. They're doing better. As soon as our temperatures start approaching freezing again, be concerned for bridges and overpasses to ice up first. And that's just because the cold air can get underneath them.
Uh-huh. When I came here a few minutes ago, you mentioned it was 42. When is it going to dip back down to where it'll be freezing again?
I believe they're looking at after midnight for you. I think we're going to stay warm
Okay.
through the